through to the next round of the Cup. First of all, your thoughts on your team's performance today?
I thought they were outstanding. I thought they epitomised what everything is good about our football club, Sheffield United. Made changes, they made changes. This was never going to be an easy tie. Quite like coming here. It's raw, it's real. They're at you from behind the dugout. They're at the players, they're at our coaching staff, and they're passionate about the football club. But if we want to go well in this competition, we have to, well, obviously, we have to get a result at places like this, and it's a great result and a great performance.
Fair to say your team got better as the game went on. A little bit scrappy at times in the first half.
I think when you look at the wicket, you'll see, and obviously it looked all right at the start, but cut very, very easily. You know, we talked about it. You know, just had the board out, and we put down 5 things that possibly they'd be talking about us. Changes to the team, Premier League points more important than cup run, pitch, soft coming to us, and one other thing, and that I believe, you know, if that was me, I would be talking to my players about playing the Premier League side, and there's been loads of victims here for a long, long time, but especially recently, and we didn't want to be another one, and we certainly weren't. I was delighted with the first half performance, you know, as I said, with the amount of changes that we made, and yeah, they made changes as well. But I thought we were comfortable, but they always had a threat because they're going well. But second half we gradually got on top, and fantastic goal from Mo, and then I believe we were pretty comfortable. You know, we controlled the game. Great to get the second with Ollie, but just really good performances. You know, performances by Luke Freeman and Ben Osborne, and you know, boys that they found it difficult to get into the team because how well they've gone. And it's not the easiest, you know, they go to a new club and you want to play. But, you know, I think it just showed what their characters around. Any opportunity that was given to them to go and produce a really good performance, they did, and I was delighted for them. And I've really enjoyed today, really enjoyed it.
Because it's vital, isn't it, that if you need them in a Premier League setting, that they can just slot in instantly, and that's, in a way, what part of today's all about.
I've said it ever since I was a manager. It's not about the 11, they always take care of themselves. It's the other boys that you need, and the Martin Craneys and the Steers last year and the year before, and the Matty Dones, and you know, when we went up, you know, they're the boys that play, you know, 5, 10, 15 games that are needed, and they're right on board, the boys. As I said, delighted for Luke Freeman. You know, Ben Osborne I thought was great. Everybody put in really strong performances. The field leading up to the game was really good. You know, you can always tell, you know, if you're off it a little bit, but I thought there was a real determination amongst the players to take that opportunity. You know, yet again, players that have played in the Premier League for us, the likes of Basham and O'Connell and Ollie Norwood. I thought the skipper was great. He's obviously disappointed that he's not scored, but I thought it was another strong performance by Bill as well. And they're all contributing, and it's a good feeling to have.
And despite how uncomfortable at times Millwall made it and put it to you, Dean Henderson's hardly had anything to do this afternoon.
Yeah, I didn't feel uncomfortable. I always thought it was a really dangerous game when the draw was made. This was a tough game because of historic results and knowing what Gary's doing here as well. They've got a good side. Yeah, they made changes as well, but you know, they wanted to go and win the game just as much as we did. And that's in you as a manager. But I never felt uncomfortable. I thought, as I said, dangerous, and we had to be careful because of the pitch. That we played pragmatic football, we played clever football, smart football, and I believe we did this afternoon.
Debut for Jack Robinson in the second half. How do you think he fared in his first few minutes?
Yeah, great set-up. The goal was involved in the build-up to Ollie's goal. Great bit of play by Osborne down on the left, and Jack as well. And the skipper's picked out a great pass, and it's a fabulous finish. Billy's a bit disappointed that he's not scored. Had a couple of other chances, but you know, progression is always not the scoreline. It's getting through into the next round. How you do it, obviously, is in all different ways. But I'm delighted in the manner that we've done it. And as I said, I enjoy coming here. It's a different ground to what we are used to at the moment, but still a real tough place to go. And said enjoyed today and enjoyed my team's performance.
Once this weekend's out the way, there won't be too many teams left in the FA Cup now. You, Sheffield Wednesday, are in there. Who do you fancy in the next round?
You're trying to draw me in or something. Home tie for us. because of obviously the midweek fixture. If we get an home tie, we'll be delighted. And supporters yet again coming down. They've had to pay out recently. There's a lot of away games, a lot of travelling. We've got Palace next week as well, and they've sold out all the time. So, but they were great as well. But an home tie in front of a packed, Bramall Lane, 5th round of the FA Cup in a midweek night game. We'll take that, and we'll be positive in our approach.
How close was David McGoldrick to being fit and available for you today?
Yeah, he was. Yeah, but he didn't make it, but he'll train Monday with a view to being involved at the weekend.
And of course, it's deadline week this week. We know that you don't particularly want it to go to deadline day for very personal reasons.
Yeah.
Can we expect business and quickly this week?
We're working extremely hard over the last couple of days. Meetings. We're moving forward on a couple of things. In terms of the backing that I've had from the board has been terrific. We're on our own path as we know, but I think timely introductions and additions into this window will no doubt lift the group yet again to another level, which we're trying to do. If not, it doesn't happen. I've still got a great group of players that want to do well individually and together. But I would like to. There might be a couple moving out, but if we can, that'd be great. All I can say is that there's loads of work gone into it, and hopefully we'll get some business done Monday and Tuesday.